Okay folks, I thought the ears were a bit too long and too round at the end, so we're going to shorten them a little bit. This is the original line here, and what I did was I scooped it out because his body's going to be way too big. So we're just scooping it out a little bit, and we're going to shorten this about maybe a quarter of an inch maybe or so. So we're going to redefine that a little bit and make it a little more square. It helps to have some pictures along the way than just doing it from memory. Alright, let's cut that out instead and see what that looks like. That looks much better. I always said I don't edit it, you know, you can see why I change things or as I go, and it doesn't hurt to do it. See, now there's an example. It's better to go too long than too short, because if you go too short you can really end up in a pickle as well, because there's no way of putting that back on. But beginners usually have a problem with afraid to take too much wood off when they start. And this is shaping up a little better in the back here, so we're going to keep bringing this up behind his ears here and underneath this hat. That's going to just take your time chopping that out. Now while I'm doing that, his nose is a little bit different. We'll just do a little knobby thing here. Alright, and we'll come down here and come down here. We'll do that in a little bit here. I'm still not comfortable with how thick his neck is, so I'm going to try to come down a little further. And in a little further right underneath the ear there. Just like so, right. And we're going to probably take some of that out. See how I'm starting to chop that out a little bit as we're going deeper. You're going to end up doing that because the ear doesn't go all the way in like that, but we can make those adjustments as we need to. Now the next thing I'm going to do also is I'm just going to take it from either side here and thin up his chest a little bit. Okay. Again, I'm just trying to proportion his body and all that, so I'm just going around in a circle here. And I see this is way too wide here yet. Alright. A little bit there as well. Now, we're going to keep going here. Now we're going to separate the feet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and separate the feet here. There's a lot more there to do. But what we're going to also do here is we're going to bring out the tail. So let's do that next. Now the tail's kind of wide. It should be a lot thinner than that. But we're going to round this off down here first. Let's just round that off. That'll give us a better understanding here. I'm going to bring this down just a tad, and this, just like we would with the cat, you know, it's the same kind of idea. They have the two hips, you know, that will probably stick out a little bit. Bring this down, and we'll bring this down. You want to try to even it up a little bit as much as you can. Alright, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start putting in the back foot, or the paw foot. Just kind of make sure that all the feet and the legs and all that are proportioned right. So we're going to do a V cut down here. Okay, we're going to do a V cut down here as well. Now I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Alright. Now it's kind of funny because, you know, this all kind of comes down to a point down here, so. Alright, and really it should come down further. That's kind of where I'll stop right now with that, okay, because it's not proportioned right up here and such. Alright, now his legs are going to come right down the center here, and we'll put another leg here, another leg here. I'm going to have this coming back like so. Alright, and what we're going to do up here is we're going to split this. Okay, it's very similar to the cat, but the head's a little different, and we're going to go down a little deeper here. Alright, so we can put the paws in here. It won't look too strange. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go right up the center, and we're going to cut that out first. And see, I put a stop cut on top of the feet there, top of the paws. We're going to just dig that in there, have that. It'll be a nice project for somebody who, you know, is a fireman. My nephew was a fireman. He went through schooling and all that and ran with the fire department for a while. And then he ended up working for his father in construction in his business, but I know he really enjoyed it. Something he wanted to try to do, which you know, it takes a lot of training and such. So what we're going to do here, we're going to split this off. Alright, just a little bit. Maybe a little higher. You know, maybe we'll go a little higher. That doesn't look right. Let's go a little higher than that, because their legs are a little bit longer. Let's make it a little bit longer. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's a little more proportioned. And these caricatures are fun because there's no right or wrong way of doing something. You want to make them short, you can make them short. You want to make it into a puppy, you can want to make it into an old dog. There's all different types of ways of doing things with the caricatures. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little V cut there. Alright.